Well, hi guys, good day. So today we'll be looking at advanced filtering that is using Microsoft Excel and the advanced filter function. So I've gotten like several questions on how to utilize this functionality or feature in Excel. One of the main areas or problem areas that people have is setting up the advanced filter when the criteria to be entered are dates, right? So depending on the region that you're in or the settings that you have for Excel, then your date format would be slightly different. For some, it's month, day, year. Others, day, month, year. So what you want to know is the format that it's in, and you try to utilize the same format in creating your advanced filter. All right, so a little bit about advanced filtering. So all it is trying to filter a set of data. So in our instance, it would be this table, depending on a given criteria, and produce a result set. All right, so let's just look at what the function entails. So if we go to data and select advanced filter, if we notice it asks us to specify or identify a list range. The list range is just normally the entire data set that you're looking at, and then two, a criteria range. So the criteria range is where we would set up our criteria. So we'll do that. So currently we don't have a criteria range, and this, however, this would be our list range right here. All right, so the entire data set. All right, so let's go through to try and set up. So now we're looking, the data that we have here is a list of instruments that would have purchased at this price, and these are the dates that would have purchased these instruments. All right, so say for example we wanted to identify all, just simply a simple query, all items or instruments that were purchased between say January and the end of March. We could use our advanced filtering function for that. All right, so to set up, so as I said before, we have our list range, so we need to create our criteria range. So the criteria range is you placing the column headings in a location. So I'll just copy this because I'm going to use purchase date. In a location or an area in your Excel sheet that you can enter the criteria that you're looking for. So in this case, we want to set the purchase date is say greater than or equal to this. Looking at this date, it seems as if it is day, month, year. So let's try that. So it will be the 1st of the 1st, 2017. And although, so based on this, we just have the lower bound for the range, we need to enter or include another purchase date column here, which we'll do. And they should say what now? Less than or equal to, so it's day, so say March at 31 days. Don't quote me, I'm just checking. Of the 3rd, 2017. Alright, so would have entered those as our criteria. What you also want to do is to ensure that the fields have the same format. So to achieve that, all I do is just go to the purchase date field, look for my format painter here, and paste it on these. So I'm saying that these should all have the same format as my purchase date. Alright, so that part is good. So this now forms our criteria range. So, and this is our list range. So let's go back to our advanced filter function and see what we would get as our result. So we go to data, advanced, And again, the list range, it highlighted for us, but if it didn't, we could actually go in and select the list range. So it will be the entire data set, including the column headings. So all the way from instrument down to the last record here in purchase price. And then we need to also select our criteria range. Criteria range would be your column headings as well, including the criteria that you would have supplied. So we have those as our criteria range. Alright, so this part is optional for the action, but what I tend to do is, instead of filtering the list in place, I tend to use a feature to copy to another location. The reason for this is just in case I somehow messed up the criteria, I would still have the existing data set, so I can perform another advanced filter on. So I select the copy to option, and then I'm going to select an area in Excel or in the sheet where I want the data to be placed, and I'm just selecting right here. And we go OK, and let's see what we have for a data set. So now we have stuff that were purchased between the 1st of January and the end of March. So if we see, notice this would be the 15th of February, the 10th of March, 15th of February, 16th of February. So these will be all the instruments that we have. So very easy, but two things that you want to note, again, when doing the advanced filter, after you have identified the list range, you want to set up your criteria range, and your criteria range is just made up of the column headings from the list range and the criteria that you are entering for that. In entering the criteria, you want to ensure that the fields that will accept the criteria has, or the cells, if you want to call it that, would have the same format as your data that's in the table. So easy way to achieve that is by using the format painter to ensure that they have the same data set. Well, that's it on advanced filtering with dates. So thank you for tuning in, and you can check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Have a good one. Peace out.